Well, maybe I'm crowding, but I've always heard, put more in, more in, more in. And there's the other way of thinking is give them room to spread out and grow. So the first one I potted way over there by the garage with those wonderful purple flowers. That big pot only has 4 little plants in it. That'll give me an idea which theory is most logical. I'm going to have to get another pot or 2 out anyway for all these extras. Now this one I'm not going to crowd. I'm just going to put 3 of these because these get really beautifully big. I had to shock Insley half an hour ago. We were down the driveway and she headed into the north side of the driveway into the bog area. Yeah, okay. After about 5 minutes maybe, I started to whistle, call, walking back and forth. No response. Began to do the beeper. No response. Whistling, beeper, did the vibrate. No response. Whistle, call. Getting a little bit anxious. Well, finally, I whistled, beeped, vibrated, shock. Held it for about 2 seconds. Oh, she screeched from way to the east. Oh, I called. Come on, come here. She came dashing out onto the driveway in a daze, frenzied confusion and fear and all of that. She didn't know what to do, and I just kept calling, come on, come here. Obviously, not shocking, beeping, doing anything except calling her. She trotted over to me and laid right down. I got down on my hands and knees and put my head right down on her head and her neck and scratched and rubbed and praised her and gave her a big treat. And oh, God, it hurt me to do that. To hear the pain. I'm not any good at doing this. I don't. Maybe that's the last time I'll have to do it. Just 10 minutes ago, I saw her sort of trotting around the south trail by the other side of the garage. I'm thinking she was headed for Otter Pond. She got to the intersection down there with the game trail. I whistled. She turned and came right back. We're going to go down there. I told her we're going to go down to Otter Pond when I'm finished here. She saw that going on from the woodshed. Yeah, gopher. Oh, this is good. She is on a tunnel, but her presence has had a remarkable diminishing of their mounds. I haven't had any mounds, new mounds. She's earning her keep. I know that gophers are not nocturnal workers. They work around the clock. I didn't bring the big camera because I thought, what's going to be different than yesterday? Well, launching into the water, she doesn't care depth. She's just going. She's swimming. I'll show you. Yeah, I agree. Oh yeah, way over her head. What a girl. What a girl. And one hanging up there. That's a good girl, that's a good girl, yeah, that good said, good girl, sweetie, yeah, good girl, okay. Well, it's going to need a little bit of cleanup. I'll haul it right down to the burn pit. Got to get it out of there though. It's blocking a main thoroughfare path. I could rope it onto Insley's harness and have her drag it out. I had her leashed to the back of the trailer. That's what I do now. Well, you've seen that. But she was double wrapped around a little sapling right nearby. She was, poor kid. You have to hit them with just the right amount of power. Too much, and if this thing sinks in too far, you have to work to get it out. Too little, and of course, it doesn't hold. Insley went tearing past here, like she's being pursued by a band of rabbits, rabid rabbits. I think when I came out here, I lost her along the way. I think she found something over in the North Meadow, or in the woods of the North Meadow. And I called her, she came, but then she leaves right away. She's interested, and that's okay, And I've had to whistle her back 5-6 times while we're out here, and she comes all happy, and this time I figured I'll just leave her. Alright, I'm finished. Done in. We're back at the ranch. Remember I told you about how Insley went tearing past, chased by a herd of feral rabbits, and I loaded up. It had been 10 minutes since she tore past. Came out the trail looking for her along the way. Got to the North Meadow and was looking around and didn't see her. Got back up here. I'm at the woodshed. Backed up the trailer and turned off the ATV, got off and gave a good whistle. She launched off the front stoops, the west stoops. Right there. She came running at me like the happiest dog ever to live. She jumped and boomed into me off the ground. She was. Oh, we got on the ground and I gave her a love fest again. You can't give them too much happy encouragement when they do stuff that you want them to do. We're in a period now well, we've learned what we need to learn, and now we're living it and becoming more and more accustomed to how we do things, especially her. And when we go out now, I'm on the ATV, I have the collar on her, e-collar. I used it, the beeper and the vibrate, an hour or so ago. She was nowhere to be found. But anyway, I got her. Yeah, and then we started walking back to the cutting site, and I had her sit. I wanted to remind her about coming when she's whistled at. She sat, but she would not stay again. Would not. So I think it's related to the e-collar, the beeping and the vibration. I don't know, but every time I had her stay, I'd turn around after 10 feet and she was right behind me. No, she wouldn't do it. I tried it 3 or 4 times and finally said, no, she is afraid. So I haven't used the e-collar since then, and now I'm wondering, do I even put the collar on her at all, ever? Is that the factor that scares her? Well, I know it is, but just putting it on her, is that enough to, I don't know. We're in the learning process, but we're sure getting there now. And with her tearing off the front stoop. So happy to see me. I'm right here, here I am. And her leaping up, half knocking me over. A joyful dog. Yeah. By the way, I put Insley on a no grain diet. She's been itching a lot ever since I got her. I've had her on chicken and rice. That's always been a go-to for whatever. And I decided I got to try non-grain food. It's a fish, has trout and whatever else in it, but no rice, no grain at all. I've been transitioning her over, mixing that in with her old food, and she's been on it I think a week now. And once I get on full strength, no grain food, I'll give that a couple weeks and then see how she's doing. Well, I'll notice how she's doing. Is a thing of beauty. She seems to think those are gopher mounds. Well, they used to be gopher mounds, but they're not anymore. They're just a pile of used gopher mounds. Thinks that's a store-bought too. Here, give me that. Almost looks like it could be. Sorry, sweetie, you can't have that. Souvenir. She didn't get her chew bone today. I ought to give her one when I get in the house.